Hello, everybody. So today is Wednesday, I think, and I start reading Closer Than You Think by Taura King, and this is a dark romance book with um, stalking scenes, I suppose, you know? So, anyway, it is dark romance, it has stalking involved, and we have two characters in this book. The first is Silas. Silas works as a security. He has a security company. It's not that he works at a security company. He has a security company, but he is also like a hitman, mercenary type of thing. Basically, people hire him to kill other people. So that's his like side hustle, illegal side hustle. But the main legal hustle is the security company, and it's called Ares or something. And he is obsessed with our female lead, which is Hallie St. James. So, Hallie St. James is a school teacher. And from what I read within 23% of this book, is that Hallie used to have an ex boyfriend named Teddy, but Teddy died of an overdose. So, what do you call it? So, because he died of an overdose, she's obviously traumatized by it because she's been dating this guy for quite a while. It's not that she's in love with him, but she just feels kind of like betrayed because it's like she thought she knew this guy, but apparently no, because he died of an overdose. So, meaning that he has this whole other life that she didn't know about, you know? So, then a reporter or a journalist contacted Hallie and said to her, like, hey, your ex-boyfriend's death might not be an overdose. It might be because he is affiliated with the syndicate and they feel that his role is redundant and they don't like having loose ends, so they kind of cut him off, which begs me to think that perhaps one of the plot points that are going to be talked about in this book is either two things. I think for now, number one is Silas could be one of the guys that killed him, because Silas is also, I don't know, he just really likes to murder people, you know? So he kind of made it into a business. So, I mean, like, get your bag, queen. Anyways, so my thought is that Silas could be the one that killed Teddy, or this reporter slash journalist is gonna ask questions that ruffles the feathers of the syndicate, but because he questions Hallie, she's gonna be in danger from the syndicate, and Silas will be the one that has to kind of be like saving her from the syndicate. That is my thoughts for now, but that is not the point of why I'm doing this video. The point of my doing this video is because I'm trying to give you guys context, and the reason why I say he's a stalker is because he literally stalks her every night or every other night. Silas will go to Hallie's apartment outside her window and just peeping Tom her, you know? He would just peep in like the perverted peeping Tom that he is. And one of these nights, Hallie is taking some sort of drug, I think. I'm not sure what type of drug, but it kind of makes her high. And then she's also drinking wine, so she's kind of out of it, and she starts like touching herself, like masturbating and stuff. And previously, before this, to give you guys more context, Silas broke into Hallie's house and put like cameras in her house so he could like observe her and ensure that she's safe from other people. But it's okay, dark romance, you know, it's fine, it's fine. I'll just let this slide, even though I'm just like, I think she's safe without you involved. She's safer, you know, but it's like whatever. Anyways, so he puts like all these cameras inside, and on the first night, when he's observing the cameras and like the footage and whatever, and like she's masturbating. So fast forward to the present day, he is outside of the apartment at some sort of like fire evacuation thing. Like, I don't know, I can't remember. Okay, I don't know these American houses. So anyways, so he's basically outside the apartment, he's observing her touching herself in the middle of the living room. I'm thinking kind of like you from the first season, where Beck is just making out and having sex without closing the windows or putting down the blinds or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, is that normal for white people? Like, do you have some sort of voyeuristic kink or something? because that's just weird. But considering Hallie's apartment is like on the second or fourth floor, it's okay. I forgive her. Anyways, that is still not the point. I'm going all over the place. The point is, from all that context, what I'm trying to say is he sees that Hallie is high and she probably is not going to remember shit. So what he does is he breaks into her house and starts eating her out. And starts, like fingering her and eating her out and like having sex with her. And the thing, that is fine, for me. Obviously, if it happens in real life, that is just rape. But considering this is dark romance, it's gray. It's gray, okay? So anyways, the point is, what I'm trying to say here is, he's saying, "Come for me, angel," I command, my voice a dark rumble, "let me feel you." And her inner muscles clamp down on my cock as she comes undone, wave after wave of pleasure crashing over her. She cries out my name. And that's the part that I've been trying to tell you guys for the past 6 minutes. She cries out my name. I'm just like, bitch, she don't know you. What do you mean she's crying out your name? You broke into... Does she know you? If she does know you, where does she know you? Number one, because as far as I'm concerned, she don't know shit about you. So do you know each other in a previous life, or do you guys know each other in real life? Like, what is going on? What do you mean she cries out your name? You never told her your name when you're eating her out. I'm just really confused if she could hear you introducing yourself and saying your name. I'm just like, what do you mean she cries out your name? I'm so confused. I haven't continued reading it because I was just perplexed by the whole she cries out my name. And I'm like, huh? Silas, she don't know you, okay? You're a peeping Tom, so you're telling me she just knows you out of nowhere? What? I thought she's like a school teacher, and if she does cry out your name, is it your name? She could be crying out for Teddy's name or whoever, because it's like, why is it specifically your name when she doesn't even know you? So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna continue reading, and hopefully it'll be explained why she cries out your name specifically, Silas, considering again she does not know you. So yeah, that's it for now. Anyways, I just finished filming just now, thinking like, okay, I'm not gonna have a lot of thoughts after this, right? No, wrong. I just finished a few chapters. One chapter from Silas and another chapter from Hallie. So, the chapter from Silas, there's at page 6, location 602, 24% in. It says here, "With a final brutal thrust, I bury myself to the hilt and let go, my release pulsing deep inside her. I groan her name like a prayer, like a benediction, as I empty myself in her welcoming CUNT." So, within this sentence, we can deduce that this man did not use a condom. And my thought is, what the fuck? Not because I'm thinking like, oh my god, he's not considerate. Like, what if she could get pregnant? I know this is dark romance. He probably has a breeding kink or something, He wants to own her so bad. I'm pretty sure he just want to impregnate her so she can be his forever, So that is not what I'm thinking about. What I'm thinking about is, you are supposed to be this hotshot guy that has, like, how to say, he controls everything with an iron will, it's everything. He controls everything. He thinks of everything. He's like the best of the best of the best, But then you're telling me you don't use a condom? Because obviously you're coming inside of her. So there will be sperm inside of her vagagers, And if there is sperm inside her vagagers, you're telling me she's not going to be realized that she was fucked the night before? Wouldn't that mean that she would know somebody broke into her house when she is high and vulnerable and fucked her? And then I was like thinking, okay, she must know, right? She must realize this is just too much. This is too much bullshit. I can't handle this. So I continue reading Hallie's perspective. And she doesn't say anything. Yes, she says like, "Oh, my vagina feels like it's being used. Was I a bit rough on myself?" Like, okay. And I was like thinking, okay, yeah, you should realize that there must be there must be sperm somewhere. You gotta realize something. Am I missing something? Did I not realize the part where he put a condom on? I'm gonna reread it just in case. Just in case I missed it. But as far as I know, from everything that I've read, there was no condom involved. And you're telling me that bitch Hallie didn't realize? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is ruining my immersion. This is completely ruining my immersion. Number one is the name. Number two is the lack of condoms leading to coming or sperm inside the vagina, leading to Hallie making me realize that Hallie's dumb. This is ruining my immersion. But let me reread back, just in case I missed it. Okay? Okay, I reread back everything, and there was no instance of him putting a condom on. Okay? And I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. They're both dumb. This is horrible. This is so horrible. This is horrible for me. I can't read another bad book. I already read a bad book from my favorite author in the historical romance genre, Elizabeth Hoyt. No Ordinary Duchess. I hated it. I can't do this anymore. I can't read another bad book, okay? And don't get me wrong. I love the author's writing. Like the Book of Sin, the writing I like. It's very descriptive. Although, I'm on the fence on this. I'm on the fence of how much description the author is putting. Because I'm like, I like it. It's very descriptive. I can imagine it in my mind. But there is a little bit of discontentment bubbling inside of me. Kind of like, man, she sure writes a lot. It's like, okay, just move on with the plot already. I don't need to know that much. You don't need to describe everything, you know? So, but right now, I'm still enjoying all the descriptions and everything like the author is writing about. I like the pacing. It's just, as you have been listening, there's just a few big chunks of things that I'm kind of unhappy about. I hope it will not be that bad going forward. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't know, it seems pretty bad. Because it already makes me think that the characters are dumb. And if I think the characters are dumb, I cannot take them seriously. You expect me to imagine Silas to be this hotshot, 6'5", tattooed hot guy, rich, dark and brooding, and then he forgets the condom. And I'm just like, girl, you say you perfect. Okay, he didn't say it was perfect. You say you have control over everything. Shh. Whatever. Oh my god. Hello everybody. So today is Saturday and I have continued to read Closer Than You Think by Taura King, and I am at location 938, 37% of the book. And I know previously I said that I was getting kind of annoyed by all the description, and I have pinpointed why I feel annoyed, and it's because Silas keeps referencing his darkness, his life steeped in shadows. It's like every single chapter that we have read from his perspective. And I'm just like, Silas, honey, okay, we get it. You're a bad guy. You have done crazy shit in your life. It's been like 5 chapters now. I get it. We get it. Can you just move on? Do you have nothing else to talk about? Don't you have a hobby? Can't you talk about how many men you've killed? Who you've killed? Why you've killed? How you've killed them? I feel like that's more interesting than him just constantly saying like, oh, My life is so hard. My life is steeped in shadows. I live in the dark, unlike Hallie who lives in the sunlight. And I'm just like, okay, emo, relax. I think, yeah, probably that is most probably why it's getting to me because, boy, all I've seen you do is stalk an innocent woman and maybe kill one man. The the rest you just keep saying, you keep alluding that you've killed a man or a few men, but I don't see you killing them. So I'm just like, it seems to me it's all talk right now. So you better show me some action, cause it's like stalking a poor girl. Like, boy, I can stalk better than you. So hopefully it gets better. Okay, so today is, what day is today? Thursday. Yes, today is Thursday, and I'm currently grabbing, so I'm like waiting for a job. But that's not the point. The point is today is Thursday, and I continued reading Closer Than You'd Think by Taura King, and I've read another inconsistency. Okay, so the first is at location 848, 33% in the book, Hallie says, without meaning to, I think of Silas, my new neighbor with eyes like storm clouds. So here, eyes like storm clouds. So I'm thinking like either blue, bluish, gray, but between those two, blue and gray, basically. And then we go to location 867, 34% of the book. Hallie also says here, his eyes follow mine briefly before returning to mine. A silent question lingering within their green depths. So I'm just here like thinking, okay, does he have green, gray, or blue eyes? Like, because if he has green eyes, why would the author describe the eyes as storm clouds? Am I seeing the sky wrong? Has the sky been green all along? What's going on? So another I don't know. It's like these small inconsistencies. Like they're not bad. I know that I'm just being nitpicky, but because there are inconsistencies, it just ruins the immersion for me, you know? I'm just like here trying to delve into this dark romance, and I'm reading it and I'm like, okay, when is the dark romance gonna start? Because all we see is some stalking and he kills some other people, and I'm just like thinking, I have read worse in yandere manga, so this is not phasing me. I need to know. Like, also it really makes me think like, what type of mangas have I been reading that I'm so desensitized to dark romances that I read these days? I'm just like, girl. So yes, that is all the update for now. I'm going to continue reading. Hopefully there will be no more inconsistencies. I don't think I'll stop reading it. I don't think I'll DNF the book because the writing is fun, you know. It's really good. It's not, I don't hate the characters as much as I hate Sin from the Book of Sin, which I currently am DNFing. So I think I'll continue. But I don't know. I'm not sure about the rating now. If I forgo my annoyance with the inconsistencies, I could give it a 4. It seems like a 4 read, but it could veer to 3 to 3.5 depending on how the story unravels. So yeah, that's it for today. I look so haggard. Yeah, today is Tuesday. It is 12:30 a.m. and my voice is busted because for the past few days I have been smoking like a sailor, and I don't feel so well now because it also didn't help. For the past 3 days I've been like eating barbecue, like, you know, doing barbecue and eating a lot of like junk food, and I just don't feel so good. Junk food really does things to you when you are 31. I'm having mixed emotions right now because number one, I don't hate. Okay, let's put this in the pros. The pros is I like the writing, genuinely. And number two, I think the plot would work. Unfortunately, not for me. So we're going to the cons. The cons is this dark romance is just not dark enough for me. The cons number two, they do talk a lot, and it's kind of annoying me. Number three, Hallie is not as feisty as I'd hoped her to be. So as you can see in the cons section, all these things that I've listed, it's a me issue, you know? So anyways, where I started reading again, it took me quite a few days to continue reading Closer Than You Think because I just ran out of steam. I ran out of momentum reading this book because I was disappointed because I wanted my dark romance to be psychologically deranged, disturbed, and just batshit crazy. Because again, I keep bringing this up again. If you have read any Japanese yandere manga, you would know how batshit crazy the plot is. So I am expecting that level of batshit craziness in terms of dark romance in the novels that I read. So every time I read a dark romance and it's just vanilla for me, I get more and more disappointed because I'm just here thinking, I don't understand. Why are you calling it dark romance if all you're doing is just slight stalking? Because if you've read yandere manga, oh girl, it really does make you question your own sanity. Like, are you okay? Do I need therapy because I tend to read these yandere mangas? Do I have something wrong with me? You know, that's the intensity of the yandere mangas I read because it's just crazy. It's crazy, but because it's crazy, I can't stop reading it because of the psychological nuance. At least some of it. Some of it is just pure sex. You know? When I continued reading this book, so where I left off was that Silas is explaining to what's her name again? Hallie, that she needs to go and she needs to follow him, and she's obviously freaking out, like saying like, I'm not leaving with you, what's going on, I don't understand. So she's being feisty, you know, she's like pushing back, and I'm like, okay, I like this. I like girls who are feisty, especially if a man who you just met, who you just fucked basically, is telling you like, hey, we gotta go, you're in trouble. Like, you would start to think like, he's crazy, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't care how hot you are, you need to explain. Then obviously he drugs her a bit too long, in my opinion. Like, it takes him a bit too long to drug her. They keep yapping away, and I'm like, Silas, honey, you say you're a mercenary, you say you're a hitman, you say you're a professional. This is not professional behavior. Like, just drug the shit out of her and get her out of there. You just keep yapping away, like saying, oh my god, Hallie, we gotta go because we only have like so and so time before so and so comes here, and I need to get you to safety. I'm like, boy, just drug her. You're gonna drug her anyway, so you might as well just do it now. You can seek forgiveness later when you're fucking her well, you know? Like, come on, man, this is not professional behavior. When she wakes up, she's like, what do you call it? She's like getting angry at Silas, and Silas is like, I'll explain to you tomorrow. Like, let's just get you to rest and everything. And obviously they start fucking, and I'm just kind of like, I was disappointed in Hallie. I understand that sometimes when the dick is that good, you're not thinking straight. But girl, you just found out he's not what he said he was, you know? You just found out that you're in danger. Danger from what? Who knows? He could be the danger. He's not explaining shit, you know? And then even if you knew you are in danger from the syndicate, it's like, is this the right time to be fucking? Right? It's like, wouldn't you be confused? Wouldn't you have so much confusion, so much so that it might disrupt your libido? Anyway, so they start fucking, and then she's obviously exhausted, and then so it goes to the next day, and then the next day he just comes in, cock dick out, puts it in her mouth, and just gives her a blowjob, I guess, or like face fucks her, and then she gets turned on, and I'm just here getting even more disappointed by her because I'm just thinking, you're a school teacher, Hallie. Like, I'm not saying that school teachers shouldn't have any libido, shouldn't have any sexual attraction. No. What I'm saying is, it seems like Hallie is like a normal girl. She doesn't seem to have, not that I know, I'm only 66% through the book, but it's definitely more than halfway through the book. It doesn't show that she has hang ups in her past, like in her past life, no, in her upbringing. She doesn't have any sexual hang-ups in her upbringing that caused her to want to be subservient. There's no psychological childhood trauma. There's nothing. She's just a normal girl. And then suddenly you're telling me she's like really into BDSM when before there doesn't seem to be an inkling that she would like this type of thing. Yes, she did hint that she would like the man to be more dominant, but saying that she likes a man to be more dominant, there's a spectrum, there's a spectrum. So it's like, dominant how? It doesn't show that she wants the guy like to be so dominant, in fact, like BDSM leaning dominant, where in the morning she hasn't brushed her teeth yet, and then suddenly she's brushing her teeth with a dick, and then I'm just like, again, the question lingers. It's like, you don't know what the fuck's happening. You haven't even had breakfast. And then by the time he does give you breakfast, he's giving you a house tour. And then now he's just, telling you his life story. And I'm like, girl, don't you have a job? Like, I'm just so confused. Is this happening over a weekend? Am I missing something? Like, you have a lot of questions to ask this man. This is not the time to be like just accepting his sad story. Like, okay, you had a bad childhood, you were in the military, so what? Boo-hoo, you chose that life. Like, now you gotta explain to me what the fuck's happening. Why am I being chased down by the syndicate? Like, but she's not asking the right questions, and it's fucking annoying me. Because I need to know, if she's not asking the right questions, meaning it means that something happened to her to make her this way. It's not like you wake up one day and you're just subservient for no reason. There is a reason. There's a reason for everything. So I just want to know why she just accepts Silas actions just like that. It doesn't make sense, because if she's going to accept him like that, I'm going to quit reading this book because I've had enough. It doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, I'm just going to listen to what he says and trust him completely with my life, my well-being, with my job, my bills, everything, just because he's a hot guy and he fucks me well. That's not a good enough excuse. That's not a good enough excuse. Especially when she keeps saying like, oh, teaching is such a worthwhile job. It's saying like she loves being a teacher because she loves seeing how her work like impacts students. And I'm just like, okay, why are you this fortress? Just answer the motherfucking question. Like, I don't. If it was me, if I was a school teacher, I got great sex, but then I got motherfucking kidnapped, I would ask like, what the fuck is going on? Okay? Don't give me your fucking sad story, Silas. I don't give a shit. But no, she doesn't ask. And I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Honestly, it has gone to the point where I feel like maybe I should stop reading arcs for a while, because this is just BS, okay? This is just BS. I have read 3 arcs now that are not what I wanted them to be, or not the standard that I expected them to be, or just I didn't expect that I would dislike them, basically, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm gonna continue reading and let's just hope for the best. I'm just gonna push through because it's like 66% through the book, and I just want to get this over with, you know? This is just annoying me. Okay, let me just read back because I need to give you guys my true reaction. Okay, so Silas is showing her his library, and she says, "Your fortress has many layers, Silas," I say, my voice hushed, almost reverent. "This might be my favorite yet." And I'm just here like thinking, again, no questions as to why you're being kept prisoner here? No? Alright. You keep saying you love your job as a teacher, but considering you can't even go to work after this, did it not sink into your brain? Girl, come on. Oh, come on. I hate this girl. Okay, she says, this is her internal monologue. "I should run, turn, and flee this beautiful but deadly illusion he has built around himself. But the earnestness in his eyes roots me in my place. No, in place. He has opened a door to his soul, trusting me with his darkest truth. How can I betray that trust, even knowing what he is capable of?" So? Motherfucking so? Girl! Oh my god. Again, you are being kept there against your motherfucking will. Who who gives a shit about what he thinks, about his trust, about whatever it is? You didn't ask for this shit, you know? Where is this feistiness that I want from her? Like, it don't even make sense. They're not childhood friends. She doesn't know this man. She don't know this man, but she's just like completely trusting him. For what? Why? And it's not like the syndicate is even like really gung-ho in like trying to take her or trying to scare her. They just gave her a rosary and that's it, and she's already freaked the fuck out. And I'm just like, oh, but you getting kidnapped by a hot guy, you don't get freaked the fuck out? Especially when he drugged you? Like, girl, you need to make sense right now, because this math is not mathing. Pick a side, you know? It's like, the fuck you doing, man? Continuing to read. Oh my god, I fucking hate her. She says, "Silas, I won't pretend this doesn't frighten me, but I see this conflict in you between darkness and light, and I believe that within everyone, no matter how lost, there is a capacity for good." God, so annoying. Apa kejadah perempuan ni? She says, "You've shown me kindness, protected me. I can't reconcile that with what you say you do." Squeezing his hand, I hold his gaze. "You are more than your worst deeds. I have to believe that." His dick has to be that good, honestly. And now they're kissing. Oh my god, I haven't even gone past 66% yet. What the fuck? They're making out, and he's saying, "There's not a single thing good about me, Angel, except you." And then she says, "You can keep on believing that, but I know that..." You know what, let me repeat. "You can keep on believing that, but I know that..." Jesus, I can't speak. "You can keep on believing that, but I know the truth," I say with a smile. "You have goodness in you, Silas." Again, you don't motherfucking know him. You finally found out that he has been bugging your house. He has been putting CCTV everywhere. He has been stalking the shit out of you. He kidnapped you. He drugged you. Why are you accepting? You know what? I am really hoping that we're gonna have like an extreme plot twist at the end. Like, turns out she was in the syndicate all along. If she was in the syndicate all along and she backstabs Silas and she's not the damsel in distress that I have been thinking that she is, I completely forgive everything. I take everything back. But if there's no plot twist and she's just this dumbass, my god, I give up. I give up on the whole genre. Okay, my cat is looking at me as if I'm crazy. I think I am. I have a complicated relationship with this trope, which is a man just needs the right woman to fix him. I like it if it's done well. Like every trope, I like it when it's done well. But most of the time, I hate it. Because why is it put on a woman to fix a man, make his life better, whatever it has to do with a man? I don't understand. It's because it says here, Silas, he's complicated. I venture, my hands busy with preparing the salad. I thought you said you wanted to make a sandwich. Let me just reread that. See, it says here, paid 67%, location 1705. She says, I was just making myself a sandwich. But I'm happy to help with dinner. Let me just give me a moment. Let me note this. I can't even speak right now. Okay, never mind. So she says, I was just making myself a sandwich, but I'm happy to help with dinner. So she's talking with Irma right now, and she wants to make a good impression to Irma because Irma is one of the most important people in Silas's life. And then she says, Silas, he's complicated. I venture, my hands busy with preparing the salad. Again, you said you were preparing the sandwich. Now it's a salad? Take my sandwich. Where is the consistency around here? Look, I usually don't get nitpicky, but if it's more than once, it does really ruin the immersion. First he has blue-gray eyes, then he has green eyes, and then it was a salad. Before it was a sandwich, now it's a salad. Like, come on. Anyways, continue. So, says, Silas is complicated. I venture, my hands busy with preparing the salad, but his world, it's different from mine. See, very different, Irma agrees, nodding slowly, but perhaps that is what he needs. Someone like you to show him there's more to life than shadows and secret. Again, it's not her motherfucking job. I am cursing so much. It is not her job, okay? She's a school teacher, and let her be a school teacher. Like, why does she have to fix this man? Why? Why does this burden have to be put upon her? What if this man, his love is fickle? Like usually in these books, obviously it's not fickle, but you never know. Men will be men. It's like, but I just, anyways. She says, Silas doesn't talk about his past much. I need to know the time frame, or of how long she has been kept at Silas's house. From my understanding, it's just been like a day. Let me go back to the start of this chapter. Literally, chapter 18, after they had the heart-to-heart talk, it doesn't say when. It doesn't say it's the next day. It doesn't say it's a week after. It doesn't even say this is like within the same day itself. It just says, I sliced through the tomato. Then, she says, Silas doesn't talk about his past much. And again, you just met this man. What do you mean he doesn't talk about his past much? Imagine you go on a date, or like you have a fun situationship with the guy. You have an understanding, it's new. Nothing serious, obviously, with Silas and Hallie. It's serious, I think. And then on his side is serious. I don't know about her. So it's like, it's new. So obviously you're not going to suddenly burden them with every single trauma, every single childhood memory you have. So suddenly she's like, Silas doesn't talk much. I can't speak. Silas doesn't talk about his past much. Like, duh. He just told you he's a mercenary / hitman / serial killer. It's like, what do you want him to talk about? Like his kills? Like, what? Have you asked him? God, my God. Anyways, honestly, I don't know if I should just quit, because I already hate this book, and I usually try not to be mean with an indie book. But you know what? I'm already committed. Let's just push through. It's 68%. I can do this. I'm just gonna convince myself that there is a plot twist. I am still looking for the dark in this dark romance. Okay, Irma is really being a good wingman to Silas, saying like, "You're not just anything, Hallie. You're everything. To be loved by Silas is to be cherished, protected, adored. His love is not given freely, but when it is total. He might not be able to admit it yet, but don't doubt it." Alright. Sure. Finally, Alex Mercer, the journalist that was looking into Teddy's death, Teddy's her ex-boyfriend, calls her. Literally, he's just calling to say like, "Hey, you might have something, like, please just talk to me." And she's like, "Okay, I'll just think about it, okay?" Then they hang up, and I was like, then what is the damn point of calling? This could be a text. Like they always say, this meeting could have been an email. I hope now we get to see Silas killing somebody. Keeps saying he kills a lot of people. I'm not seeing shit. Yeah, Lula. So she's telling Silas everything that Alex is wanting from her, and obviously he's being protective. And he's like, Silas's jaw tightens, a silent vow of protection etched into the hard line of his mouth. Alright, okay. I'm gonna say to you, because I have been complaining that the book is a bit too descriptive. So I'm just going to say a few paragraphs, okay? This is location 1756. I'm going to repeat it from the line that I said before. Silas's jaw tightens, a silent vow of protection etched into the hard line of his mouth. He moves like a shadow across the room, drawn to the turmoil swirling within me. There's something comforting and terrifying in the way he wants to shoulder my burden. So then Silas has like a silent conversation with Irma, and then he's asking anything else, and Hallie's saying no. And then he says here, Silas's hand comes to rest against the cool granite of the kitchen island, his fingers flexing slowly, deliberately. The muscles in his jaw clench as he processes my words. His eyes, usually a vibrant green, darken like the forest that encircles Alcott City at dusk, clouded with something akin to a storm brewing on the horizon. And he says, Alex shouldn't be dragging you into this, you're not involved. I watch him, tracing the lines of tension that map his face, mapping the silent struggle behind his stoic facade. There's a tempest in those eyes, one he's fighting to keep contained. He stands rigid, a sentinel in his own home. Yet I sense the undercurrent of protectiveness that always seems to simmer just beneath the surface. And then there's more and more and more, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. You don't. Not everything needs to be described in so much detail. Just give me the plot. It's like there's just so much description, but the plot is going motherfucking nowhere. I need to calm down. My hypertension. I need to think of my hypertension. I forgot. I need to speak English. I'm pretty sure Silas is gonna kill Mercer, or he's gonna find some information to see if it's linked to the syndicate. He better not kill Mercer. Sorry. He better not kill Mercer. The man's only doing his job. Unless he really is linked to the syndicate, then I guess if he's a bad guy, just kill him off. But don't kill the journalist, man. He's just trying to expose a story, I guess. Help him out, maybe. So what happened to the job he was doing previously with the senator? Is it done? What is happening? Did they finish it? It seems like it's done, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's any update. I really don't like Hallie. Now she's doing the whole domestic shit, and she goes to his office and be like, "Hey, you almost done for the night?" And I'm just like, so are we just conveniently forgetting that she's being kept there as a prisoner? I mean, it's a great prison, don't get me wrong. I'd love to be in that prison too, to be quite honest. I'm just hoping the bills will be paid. So, bills paid, my family is taken care of. Yeah, I have no problems in staying in that prison. But Hallie seems to forget. Like, does she not have a job? Is she not working anymore? I thought she loved being a teacher. Is it like spring break or something? Did I miss that? Okay, I'm thinking it's already been like obviously longer than a day, because it says here, Silas says here, grabbing Hallie's hand, I pull her down the hall and through the penthouse to my bedroom. We've been sleeping in the room I gave to her, mostly because I wanted her to have her own space. Only when it came down to it, I couldn't leave her the fuck alone and ended up with her almost every night anyway. So how long has it been? Because he says every night anyway. Seriously, how long has it been? Is she going to work? Is her plant being watered? Like, what's going on? Hallie says to Silas, when you find out who did this, who killed Teddy, her voice breaks over his name. She takes a shuddering breath before continuing. Promise me you won't do anything reckless. No retaliation, no vengeance, not until we know everything. Her words sink like stones in my gut. She knows me too well. Knows the savage instinct that lives within, straining against its leash. But there's still so much she doesn't know. That bitch, you keep saying you are this savage. You keep saying you're this animal. All I'm seeing is a love-struck puppy dog. Where's... Like, I'm so disappointed. The start of the book was so great because he killed a man and he's so excited and he's like, oh, I love killing a man. I love killing a man so much I made it into a job. So I'm like thinking, nice, we finally get some depraved shit. And now I'm just like, where did it go? Where did I read the wrong book? Is it like a different book but the same cover? I knew it. I saw this when I first started reading it. There's something I need to tell you, Hallie. What is it? I'm the one who killed Teddy. God. She's like, what? How's that possible? And he's like, it was a job before I knew you. A client contracted us to take him out. That's how I noticed you in the first place. How I came to fall for you. And now she's like shaking in disbelief. No, you're lying. You have to be lying. I mean, there's no tension. When this is told to Hallie, there is no tension whatsoever. I could see this from a mile away. And, okay, regardless of whether I could see this from a mile away, I feel like there's no tension, you know? I don't know how long everything is in this book. I don't know the duration of time. So I don't know how long they've gotten to know each other. In her perspective and in my perspective, she's only known Silas for at least a few weeks, maybe 3 months, tops. But for him, obviously, he has been stalking her for longer, so he obviously feels a deeper connection to her, but not her to him. So for her to completely believe him, for her to, just be understanding and not giving up a fight, or not putting up a fight, it doesn't make sense. And now he finally says that, oh, I'm the one who killed Teddy. And she's like, no, you're lying and whatever. And then I'm just kind of like, but girl, you said you didn't love Teddy. I'm confused because it's like, you said you know what? I'm just going to continue reading. I'm already 72% through the book. Now he's apologizing, and she's like, you killed him, she whispers, her voice breaking. You ended his life and lied to me about it. And I'm like, girl, what did you motherfucking expect? He has been lying to you from day one. Did you expect him to not lie? I'm confused. I'm just the man Meow, please. You know I don't like it when you lick yourself. Meow, meow. Look. Would you like to talk? What are your thoughts on this book? Come on. Give me an interview. Any thoughts? Alright. So anyways, like I was saying before Meow rudely interrupted me, he has been lying to you from day one, ever since you've met him, mind you. I'm not including the stalking because obviously she didn't know that she was being stalked. He essentially raped you because, okay, in the book it kind of shows that she kind of gave him consent, but you can't give consent when you're high and drunk, okay? So she basically got raped by him. Number 1. Number 2, he rented the apartment next to hers and say like, hey, I'm just your friendly neighbor, like if you need me I can help you out. That's already lying. Like, what did she expect? He has been lying to her from day 1, day numero uno, you know? And then now she's shocked that he lied about killing Teddy. And I'm just like, girl, what did you expect? Are you motherfucking stupid? Apparently she is. I swear to God, I'm hoping, I am praying that she is actually in the syndicate. Like, please make this worthwhile. Because I don't think I can burn my Kindle. I can't afford a second one. Please. The best I can do is just delete it. Please let her be in the syndicate. I've had enough. He finally says, I love you, Hallie. Oh my God. I'm not. This is supposed to be an emotional scene, you know? Like, she's upset with him. He's upset that he made her upset, you know? But I'm not feeling anything. I'm not feeling anything at all. He's saying, Silas, I was afraid if you knew you would hate me, I say hoarsely. I thought I could protect you from that pain, even though it meant living with a lie. I thought it was the only way to keep you safe. Yeah? Well, I do hate you. What? I'm only 73% of the book. I don't think I'm gonna survive. You know, it's times like this that I feel like I want to buy a clicker because my hand is exposed and I'm still cold. But with a clicker, I don't need to expose my hands. But it's fine. I'll buy it eventually. Okay, she's slapping her hands against his chest, sobbing angrily. Okay, now he's gonna fuck her, I guess, because it says here, I pull her shirt over her head and push her shorts down, then lift her into my arms and carry her off to bed. I quickly take my own clothes off, kicking off my jeans and climbing on top of her. I don't take the time to tease her taste. No, I need to be inside her as fast as possible. So is he gonna fuck her anger away? It apparently seems so. So you're telling me that when she was getting mad at him, he was getting turned on? Because it's like he's already like aroused. And I'm like, alright, you should have said that. But this is his perspective. You should have said like, oh, her being upset and her getting angry at you is turning you on. But all I read is like he's getting upset that she's upset because he made her upset. And I'm just like, boy, pick a lane. It's like, are you upset or are you turned on? Because, like, at least if you're upset and turned on, just say so. What? Oh. I'm gonna kill myself. Maybe not. I'm just gonna go eat some peanut butter and crackers, 'cause this is motherfucking insane. I hate this. Let me read what exactly happened. We are at location 1865, 73% of the book. Fuck you, she says. No, I'm not in character. Fuck you, she says, her face torn between defiance and arousal. Yes, exactly, baby. Fuck me. You're going to always fuck me. Whenever I want it, whenever I decide that it's what you need. Like right now. You're angry. You're hurt. You want to rage. I get that. And I let you do that. But you're going to get your pussy stuffed with my cock because that's what you really need. He's like really ramming into her during this time, by the way. I lean down to bite her neck, then soothe it with my tongue. Isn't it, baby? You need this cock. She doesn't answer, but can't stop herself from moaning. I fuck her harder. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with this woman? You found out your ex-boyfriend was killed by your current boyfriend. You're pissed, but then he fucks you senseless, and you're just like, you know what? I didn't like him anyway. And apparently, the plot line of her being a teacher is completely forgotten because She hasn't gone into work. I don't know if she explained to her boss yet. Yes, I just finished showering. Don't judge me. So today is, what day is today? Tuesday. Tuesday, I think 9:30. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I don't understand Silas. Seriously, this book I don't understand anything because if you remember my talk, I guess, if you remember the shit I've been talking about this book, is that Silas likes to kill people. He likes to kill people so much he made it into a job, a very lucrative job. So I don't understand why he says here, I ease out of my clothes, the weight of my gun. Wait, I cannot speak. I ease out of my clothes, the weight of my gun belt feeling heavier than usual. It's not just the leather and metal, it's the burden of what I am, what I've done. And this is the part that I don't understand. What do you mean it's the burden of what I am, what I've done? You like killing. So if you like killing, you shouldn't be burdened by the things that you've done because you like killing. Again, I reiterate, you like killing so much you made it into a job. So if you like killing that much, why are you burdened by it? I don't understand. Pick a side. Do you like killing or you have to kill? There is a distinction. You know, if you like to kill up to the point you made it into a job, you shouldn't feel burdened. It's like me and crochet. I haven't killed anybody, so I can't really relate to him. Anyways, so it's like crochet. I like to crochet, you know? I don't feel burdened to crochet unless somebody is asking me for, like, I'm commissioned to do a job. Like, what do you call it, commission? But I feel burdened because the order that I take might be too much for me to handle. I'm just a one woman show, you know, there's only so much crochet that I can do. But that's basically it. Doesn't mean I hate to crochet. You know, I don't feel burdened by it basically. So I don't understand why he says that. It's like, but but you made into, like, what do you mean burden? I don't understand that part. By what you've done, because this sentence would mean that it's the burden of what I am, what I've done, means that he has regret. What are you regretting? I don't understand. Okay, I'm back again. I've had enough with this book. I've had enough. I'm just, oh, e. I hate Hallie. She's so motherfucking boring. I hate Silas. He's not motherfucking consistent. Okay, now, just give me a moment. I'm like gripping this pencil. Okay. Okay, it says here. So now he's combined, at location 1988, he's going to combine two things that really turn him on, which is Hallie and blood. So he carved an S into her skin. And she's just allowing it. And I'm just like, I don't understand. You are a school teacher. You're telling me you are completely fine with a deranged man carving an S into your skin? This is not normal behavior. This is not a normal response. I don't care how good he fucked you. Okay, then she says, oh my god, don't stop. Blah, blah, blah. Then she says here, I love you, Silas. I'm just like, see. Hallie's back is turned towards me, her breathing now evening out. I gently traced the outline of the S I carved into her skin with the pad of my thumb, marveling at the warmth of her blood still dripping onto the sheets. She just fell asleep. I get a paper cut. I feel it and I'm already in pain. A paper cut. I can't imagine if somebody carved his initials into my skin. She's just accepting. I don't understand. What? It doesn't make sense. Like, if you tell me she was previously in a cult, fine. I can accept that. Cults are weird. If you tell me she used to be in an abusive relationship, hence why she's very docile, yeah, I'll accept that. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I'm going crazy. I'm 79% in the book. I want to give up. but but I'm so close to the end. Now I'm just going crazy. I just I look like a chicken, kind of. Never mind. That's not the point. It's still Tuesday, and it is like 1:30, I think, right now. I'm going to continue to read. I'm at 80%. We have 20% more to go. I'm still hoping. Please, let it be that she is the syndicate. So now Silas tells Hallie that the reason that he craves blood and he craves violence and whatever, it's because when he was 10, he and his brother went out to watch the movies, and then they were attacked, and his brother was stabbed and killed. And that night was the night that he basically, that is the night that awakened his bloodthirst, basically. And he asks Hallie, is like, are you scared of me? And she says, no, I'm heartbroken you went through such a trauma, and I'm scared of you getting hurt. I can't say I agree with what you do, but I'm not scared of you. Really? We're connected, you and me. I'm yours now, remember? Oh, Angel, I'll never forget that. You're intense and dark and probably my exact opposite, I say with a chuckle, but I grab his face in my hands. I could never be scared of you. And I'm just like, man, Hallie is so boring. Like, she just accepts it. It's like, yeah, I like you, and then you kill people. It's alright. And it makes me think, like, is there no nuance in this story? No nuance, no depth to Hallie's a character. It's like she just accepts it, and then that's it. That makes for a very boring character, because it's like, okay, now what? But then again, I could be wrong. I'm only 80% through the book, so let's just continue. Ooh, what if it's Kane that backstabs him? That'll be interesting. Kane is his second in command, I think. Basically, Kane is the tech guy in the group. Ah, I knew it. I really hope it's Hallie. Okay, it's Kane says here that. Give me a moment. It says here, I followed the breadcrumbs, Silas. Cell pings, IP addresses, they led back here, inside Ares. Inside? Someone's been leaking our movements. His voice is ice, but beneath the surface, there's something lethal simmering. We've been compromised. See? Out with it. I found messages that indicate that what they wanted with Hallie, and it was to get to you. They tailed you, noticed your attachment. They thought it could be their in. Get into Ares, get all the information they could ever want on our clients and jobs. Extortion, blackmail, control, they'd be able to do it all with some very powerful people. Oh, Hallie's missing. I think it's her. Oh my god. If it really is her, it better be explained well. If it's her that backstabs him, I'm fully willing to give this a 5-star, but it has to make sense. It has to make sense. I can't believe this bitch. He says, Silas that is, I can't lose her, Kane, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. Not like this. Not after everything we've been through. You guys haven't been through shit. You just kidnapped her. What did you what did you go through together? I don't understand. Y'all didn't go through anything. You just kidnapped her, brought her to your house, and that's it. There's nothing to go through together with. I can't even English. Fine, whatever. Honestly, it says here, there's no sign of forced entry, sigh, Kane says after examining the doors to the balconies and the freight elevator that serves as back entrance to the penthouse. She knew whoever it was. But the thing is, you guys kidnapped her, right? This is not making sense now. You guys kidnapped her. If this is on the assumption that Hallie is innocent. You guys kidnapped her to protect her from the syndicate, kept her at his penthouse for her safety. So basically, it's like witness protection. You know, nobody knows where she is. She's just gone. So how does this... Oh my god, my pillow. Never mind, that's not the point. So how does this person know where she is? Right? Why did she open the door? So it could only mean that either there's a leak or a mole in Ares itself, or it's Hallie herself. Did you not think of that? Did you not think of that? Because he keeps blabbering on saying that, oh, I trust the people in Aries, I trust them, yada yada yada. And then he's like saying it can't be the people in Aries, but there is a mole. So it's like there's only two options here. It's either it's Hallie or it's either Blake or the other person. Because there's four, if I'm not mistaken. There's Silas, Kane, and then there's Blake, and then there's Jet. Either it's four or five. So the suspect is three or four, because I can't remember if Aries has four or five people. And I'm just like, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna continue reading. Okay, now the person who knows this, he has a hidden control room, is probably the Aries, one of the Aries guys. And then the room is already compromised, basically, because it says here the screens are dark, the feeds cut. Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing. Now he finally says, but then a realization hits me like a thunderbolt, a tracker, the one I implanted in Hallie's skin when I carved my initial into her, branding her as mine. How big is this tracker? Is it nano size that this bitch is not feeling anything? She's not feeling that he implanted a tracker in her. How big is it? Because I'm thinking this is a foreign body, and I know the human body itself does not like foreign things. It will try to expel said foreign things or try to heal around it because it doesn't like foreign things. So you're telling me that she doesn't realize there's a foreign object in her? Please let her be the bad guy, 'cause this story don't make sense. I'm fine. Kinchana, I'm fine. He taught me how to be resilient. Showed me that even in the face of danger, hope can be a weapon. I refuse to be broken by the dark, to let fear snuff out the flame inside me. Bitch, when? When the fuck did he taught you how to be resilient? Am I missing a few chapters? I'm pretty sure I read all the chapters. Am I missing a few chapters? Because when on earth did Silas taught Hallie how to be resilient? Resilient in what? What did he show you? He just talked shit about his past life. Past experience, not past life. My mistake. What the fuck? Hope can be a weapon. Hope for what? I swear to God, I'm missing something here. Did I skip a few pages? Oh, God damn it, it's Blake. Oh, Jesus. I hate this book. Turns out it was Blake who betrayed them. A dude from Aries itself. I think Blake is the youngest, if I'm not mistaken. Blake? His name comes out as whisper, my throat dry. You're the one behind this? He's the nightmare that betrayed us, his blue eyes reflecting the cruelty of his smile. Guilty, he drawls, circling me like a shark sensing blood in the water. Well, sort of. I have a benefactor, or several. It's hard to know who exactly when you're dealing. It's hard to know who exactly you're dealing with when it comes to the syndicate. But they were very excited to work with me. You're a fucking traitor. Silas trusted you. What? You guys are mercenaries. You shouldn't trust anybody. Exactly. Yeah, well, I'm a killer. You shouldn't trust a killer, Hallie. Assassin. Yeah, actually, it's correct. Assassin. How come I did not think of that as one of the vocabulary that I can use to describe Silas? Serial killer, murderer, assassin, mercenary, hitman. That makes sense. Keep telling yourself that, baby. We both know fear when we see it. Then you're blinder than I thought. I tighten my jaw, bracing for whatever comes next. If Silas has taught me anything, it's that sometimes the only way out is through. What the fuck did he teach you? Am I honestly missing a few chapters? Because I feel like I'm missing a whole book by what she's describing. She says Silas taught her something. They shared something. Unfortunately, the author refused to share with us what this something is. Because all I know is that they've just been fucking. That's it. Is that the thing that they shared? Is that the thing that was taught to her? Sex? What the? It's so annoying. Now he's going to try to rape Hallie because he says here, Silas is so obsessed with you, Hallie. It really is his downfall. I thought for sure once he fucked you, he'd get the whole thing out of his system, but damn, you must have some golden tight cunt. And then it says here, Silas thought this cunt was good enough to lose his mind over. It's time I try it out for myself. I'm not angry that he's trying to rape her. Again, I reiterate, I don't agree for rape in general and in real life, obviously. But in dark romance, it's a gray area. But the thing that makes me annoyed in regarding this trope is the fact that Aries or people who work in Aries are professionals. They're very good at their jobs. They're supposed to be smart. They're supposed to be calculated. Everything they do has a reason. So what the fuck is Blake's reasoning right now? He kidnaps Silas's girlfriend, knowing full well Silas is crazy. And you expect that he's not going to find you? Like, just get on with the job. Do whatever you want to Hallie in terms of getting the job done. Don't rape her. I don't think that's part of the job. Maybe get rid of Silas first before you do anything to Hallie to really amp up that feeling of fear in her, you know? Wait until Silas comes, shoot him point blank in the head between the eyes, and then make sure that Hallie sees it so she can see, like, shit, I don't have a savior. And then do whatever you want to Hallie. Increase that fear of God in her, you know? This is stupid. Oh, he broke her hand. Alright. No, wait, he broke her wrist? Oh, okay, broke her hand. My broken hand dangles limp at my side, but my other hand is still free. I ball into a fist, gathering every ounce of my remaining strength to at least try to do as much damage as possible. See, this is why I really suggest for all girls to learn jiu-jitsu. Not because I myself do jiu-jitsu, but because when you learn how to grapple, women will obviously be overpowered by men quite easily, unless, of course, you've been trained, you know. So when you grapple as a woman with a man, you kind of know how to get into a good position and you just run. You know, the main point here is make them go into a bad position, kick them in the balls, and run. Don't even think to beat them up because you can't. Okay? Especially now she has a broken hand. Oh, he finally figured out she has a tracking chip. Have you ever thought that maybe you want to get him like as a prisoner? I can't remember the word. Basically, hold him hostage? No. Basically, what I'm trying to say is take him in, torture him for information of who he works with within the syndicate. Who did he leak the information to? Duh! Okay. Again, I don't like the inconsistencies here. I know it's very nitpicky, but it really ruins the immersion. Number one, previously it says that her wrist is broken. Now her wrist is fractured. Fractured and broken are two very different things. Fractured is when the bone splinters but doesn't break completely. Broke? No. Broken is when the bone is literally broken. It's just you can't it's not the same. It's just not the same. And also, it just occurred to me, why is Blake kidnapping Hallie? What is his game plan? It's like, okay, he kidnaps Hallie and then what? And how is he supposed to, because he is the syndicate's mole, right? Why does the syndicate want to get rid of Aries? I know that it says that it's for their clientele and the jobs that they want and the jobs that they do and all that, but they could just hire Aries. I don't understand. They could just hire it because they're a free agent, they're neutral in a sense. And then he kidnaps Hallie, but doesn't really have a game plan of kidnapping her. It's like he kidnaps her in such a brutal way that it's so apparent that she was kidnapped. Why can't you make it seem like Hallie left willingly? Because then it would throw off Silas's pursuit. If he realizes, or like he thinks, that Hallie's just pretending, pretending to fall in love, pretending to acquiesce to his demands, and then turns out she never liked him. Maybe ask Hallie to leave a note is just kind of like, hey, I lied to you. I never wanted this. I want out. I was just pretending. And then just make it look like she just bailed, Then it can go the same route, go the same way as the current plot is going. I'm just confused. Why did you make it so violent? Because obviously Silas will hunt you down. And then number two, like why are you kidnapping Hallie in the first place? For what? Is it because of Teddy? But if it's because of Teddy, but the syndicate is the one that asked them to take out Teddy. So shouldn't it be Alex Mercer? Because Alex is the journalist who is who is investigating Teddy's death because it was suspicious. So why is Hallie being kidnapped? What is the game plan here, essentially? I don't understand. You know what? Let me just take a board. Because I feel like I need to write this down to figure out what the fuck's going on. All right. I don't know if you can see this. You know what? I'm just gonna explain it. So, first is Hallie was kidnapped brutally. Alternatives. Tell Hallie to write a note to show that she ran away. To show kind of like, oh, like I said previously, I never liked you, I was just pretending. Whatever. I'm actually in the syndicate, as per my original, alternatives. That would make it sound more interesting rather than Hallie just becomes so a damsel in distress when every time we read, it's like they keep saying like, oh, she's so strong, she's so independent. Bitch, you ain't independent at all. Plus, my alternative would make the story far more entertaining than what I'm currently reading, which is absolutely boring. So next, why Hallie? What does she know? Okay, we understand that Teddy's tab is missing. So what is in the tab? We don't know where the tab is. Currently, it's not explained where it is. I think eventually it's explained. I hope it's soon because we're already 94% through the book. Why Teddy? Wasn't he killed by the syndicate via Ares? So why is he so goddamn interesting? What does he have? And shouldn't it be the shouldn't the syndicate want Alex Mercer dead? Because Alex Mercer is the one that's investigating Teddy's death, that's starting all of this in the first place. So shouldn't they target him? What is the plan here exactly? What is the issue? What is the problem? What is the plot? What is the plan? Okay? And the next one is, why is Blake dumb? Actually, scratch that. Why is everybody dumb? Except for Irma. Irma's fine. I like her. Everybody else, dumb. Let me continue reading. Okay, it says here. You're going to stay, right, Angel? What do you mean? Her voice is raspy with the sleep. Here with me. I want you to stay. Until my wrist heals, you mean? No, Angel, I mean forever. It's like, so? And she's like saying, forever sounds perfect to me. Is she never going to work again? I'm confused. I'm going crazy. I just... There was nothing dark about this dark romance, okay? I'm fucking headed off. I'm never going to request for dark romance arcs ever again because it's never dark enough. I'm just gonna stick to yandere manga because I've had enough of this bullshit, okay? I hate this book. I'm already done with it. I don't know what rating I'm gonna give, but probably 2 stars. 2.5 maybe, because the writing is, I kind of guess, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna quit reading arcs right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with contemporary romance after this, because I do want to read one novella by Rachel LaBerge. I like her writing before, Your Play to Call. I like her book, so I think I'm going to like her novella. I swear to God, if I don't like it, I'm just I'm just gonna stop reading arcs. Then maybe after I chill out, I'm gonna start reading The Hare in His Snare by Juniper Hartman. I really loved her book previously, which is Run Rabbit Run. I gave it a 5 stars, but I think I just need to get out this bad reading funk out of my system first before I read that, because I don't want it to taint anything. I'm tired. I hate this book. Okay, hate is a bit much. But let's just say I have a lot of problems with this book that I dislike it quite a lot, okay? Yeah. I'm just